Do you need something? Hi! Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. You guys know I love Mondays just about as much as I love Berkeley's drawings. Her whole room is just covered in artwork. So I'm gonna film this little decorating tutorial by hand because last night I went to set the phone up on a stand. I'll show you. And literally you just got a big old view of my booty, which I thought would offend maybe all parties involved. So this is where my stand was. So obviously you can't really see anything I'm doing from this. So I'm just gonna take you by hand, put you in my brain, talk out loud when I'm thinking about stuff, and hopefully that's helpful. But then the next two slides, I thought it would be something fun to do. And yeah, I stuttered weird. So next two slides, I'm gonna ask two questions with question box. On the first slide, it's gonna be, what was the best product that we've talked about here that you loved for 2020? Best. Second slide will be the worst. Maybe a little too real. Be right back. A lot of y'all said the It Cosmetics, which made me happy because I love it as well. But just so you can see like the size, this is the super size. It's like the length of my face. Also with QVC, try code OFFER or HELLO10 and always try to use a different email because then you can get $10 off and that makes this huge thing $28. Try those codes. Also, Rummikub is amazing. Haley and I play it every single night, multiple rounds. Mike used to play with us, but then he started losing all the time, so now he doesn't like to play anymore. It's the best. Okay, so I'm gonna work on a massive do you ever have like an itch somewhere, but like you can't figure out where it exactly is? So I will put together a recap of the most liked products. I probably won't shed too much light on the negative because we don't need to go there, but the positives, I will link up the best and most liked of 2020 and I'll share that with you guys. Not gonna put a day on it, but I'm gonna do that this week. While that might be an obvious statement for some, I myself, a few years ago, was even finding myself trying to like a face moisturizer because I had massive hype. No matter the hype, if it doesn't work for you, do not use it. And this, if you're younger and you're experimenting with makeup, if it does something weird to your face, put it down because while it might work on your best friend, it ain't working for you and it could be really dangerous. So there's so many products, find something different. Okay, so I'm gonna put together everything I did and why I did it. I always start in a room in the entryway. So this is what you see whenever you're looking at this bathroom. It's a fairly small space. This is it. It's just the vanity right here, and then it goes into the tub in the shower. I look at my space and I see this corner, and this is where I'm gonna put my chunky product, my big product that's gonna take up space. It's what your eye draws to, versus if I were to put my big product here, it would be like in the way. I don't know how else to explain it, but I always look and put my heavier items away in the furthest part of the room from the door. So for example, this big tall guy is my biggest decor item. If I put him there, he's just kind of a large vase floating to where if I put him here in the corner next to this jacked up outlet, it just looks a little more balanced and the weight distribution is better. I don't know how else to explain it other than this is what I talk about every time I do one of these tutorials. I want to put that was that, by the way. So then he's my tallest item and I'm gonna go down from his height. So I put these are just little stems and flowers, took the tags off, kind of play with how I'm gonna put, and I kind of want to do a little staggered in front. So we're just kind of, it's a little too far out. We're kind of filling the space, but especially in a bathroom, you want there to be space for your guests or your children to be able to use the spot. So we're not gonna fill up the whole countertop like you would somewhere else or an actual tabletop. We're going to go a little lighter on the decor, just a cute little touch, but we also want some practicality, which is why we have little things that we're gonna get into as far as like holding hair ties and whatnot. What else did I put over there? Oh, I put the toothbrush holder. So we have our little toothbrush holder right here, and this will be our little third. So right there is our little staggered moment. It's got cuteness, it's got a practical moment, which is the toothbrush holder. Ooh. Okay, now we're adding the towel. That also fills a good chunk of space, but complements what we have going on. And then we have our little metal sea urchins here in thirds. I already did the work on that. And the reason I put those there is I just wanted something that kind of filled, I centered it in between the window and the wall, and then I staggered it to where they weren't like in a perfect line and they hang over the towel. So that's that little corner, that moment, it just all fits together. Also, something to be noted, since the towel takes up a good amount of visual space as far as the wall, and then the sconce stands out, you could do like a picture over it if you wanted, but it just takes up, it's pretty heavy and it gets really close to that sconce. So that's why I ended up not choosing that one, because I felt like, basically the worst thing you can do in a small space is over decorate, because then you feel like you have things literally falling off the wall on top of you. You want all your decor that you like so much, right? Because you spent money on it, you bought it, and you kind of want each to have its moment. But if you have it all on top of each other too close, it just makes the whole room look heavy, and actually it makes it look a lot smaller than it actually is. So if you have a small vanity space, kind of let the room breathe a little bit, which brings us to this wall. We're only gonna put one thing on this wall because we wanna let it breathe. So we've got our towel bar here, nice little straight line. And so I want to continue kind of that, straight line look here by adding, that is not on the clamp. Okay, so in this corner, I'm like sitting on top of the sink. You've got the towel bar, you've got a simple photo. This is going to be a picture of the girls. And then you've got the window with the hooks underneath it. I put the hooks there just so she could have a place to hang jewelry, her little hair ties and hair accessories. She's got a couple of robes, so there's one. And then necklaces. Honestly, totally just utilizing the space. We needed to hang something somewhere. I thought this would be super annoying to put back here because the door is constantly open so she can pass through. So that was that. I centered it on the window and away we went onto this corner. All right, this corner, I wanted to keep kind of open, airy, have a purpose. So this tower gives us a little bit of height right here to kind of cap off our end. She's got all of her little hair ties and lip glosses and nail polishes. We've got our soap to match our little, what's that, toothbrush holder over there, super cute. And then these are just adding touches to kind of give us our little triad, our little threes, which you don't have to do in threes. It's just the way my brain kind of likes it. Either 1, 3, 5, the odd numbers. You can do twos, but I prefer that more like on bookshelves versus out in the open here, and that kind of goes there. So that's our little moment as far as, again, utilizing, dropping hair ties, her little chapstick that she puts on every night or that Vivian tries to eat. And then this stuff she's not using as frequently, but the things that she uses more, I put it on top. She loves bath bombs, and that's her little unicorn lotion. I'm gonna put this cute little trash can actually right next to her toilet. I feel like a trash can should go by a toilet more so than a sink. So I went and got one of these hooks that I've actually used for Christmas wreaths in the past. And I'm going to hang, there's a little hook on the back of this basket. This exact basket is sold out online in Target. It's not even available anymore. But I linked something super similar yesterday to my post, and you could fill it with some flowers, anything you want. But I thought that was kind of a cute little dainty, fancy little addition to the whole space, very feminine and girly. And I love the texture of the basket. This basket I am not going to use in this space. I thought I was, but I like the stool there better just because she can sit down when she's changing or when she gets out of the shower and she's like drying her hair and whatnot. So the last thing we need to do is decide on the rugs, which I'm going to go with the pink selfishly because I like these and I think we're going to use them in our master. I really, really like them. So I'm going to try these out in our bathroom. And this also will be more forgiving when it comes to toothpaste falling, because that definitely happens. It'll blend in a little more, be more forgiving that it's not, stark white. I also like that it pops off the white floors a lot better, and then it flows with the decor, really bringing out the light touches of blush. Color distribution is so important when it comes to decorating. I saw this a ton on the show. Clients would like one color. One lady is popping into mind. She loved turquoise. At some point in her life, she bought one turquoise vase and she literally never stopped for 10 years. Everything she had was turquoise. To where when I got to her, she was like, I don't even like turquoise. So find a color that you like. Pick a few items that you like with the color hue, and then you want to disperse them. You kind of want to sprinkle them in here and there. You don't want to put them next to each other. You really want to spread it out to where your eyeballs kind of get a little bit of, say you have like white, gray, turquoise, and tan in your living room. You want to get a little bit of turquoise with like every little look you turn, but you don't want it to overtake a space because then it doesn't become an accent color and it's just the color of the room. Let's use this little corner as an example. We've got blush in the towel. We've got blush on our toothbrush holder, but it looks a lot different because it's a different material. It's glass, so it looks like blush, but a different hue. And then, dink, we've got our little bit of blush in the flower, but you've got the two white vases, you've got the really bright white in the towel, and you've got the white tile and white countertops, really grounding it for a really neutral space, but you've got the pops of like the elegant and the femininity that comes with the pink. Femininity? So now we have our exact same corner with all blush and one white, and it's just off. See how too much of a cute thing is a bad thing? They all look very different hues because the soap is in that glass container. We've got the candle that kind of turns orange on us because it just doesn't look as blush as the glass or the towel. So also putting light colors next to each other can really change it in a negative way and almost compete. Whereas if you put it back in the corner I had it, it's really the only blush piece. And look how rosy she looks. She has her moment because she's next to gold, which is like a brown tone, and then clear. So it just looks much better when it's not smashed up to like objects. And that's it, a small bathroom. Super quick. Hope I was thorough enough, but not too thorough. Remember 3 things: height, weight, color. If you remember those 3 things and you kind of notice like, is this too tall for this space? Do I have different heights? Do I have different chunkiness of items? And do I have my color kind of spaced out? That's it. That is what can make and break a room. Height, weight, color. Then that's it. Look at this crazy tie-dye sky.
It's orange.
It's like orange, isn't it? Orange and blue. I haven't seen it this funky in a while, huh? It's pretty crazy.
And look.
Huh. Okay, are there any cool like oven mitts? This is embarrassing. Okay.